Hey everyone, and welcome to yet another game of Bozocow versus Bozocow. What a shocker. Well, this one's SickIGN, and it's actually me. And Twitch chat decided to stop working, so there we go. Now it works. No, you can't convince them, man. I'm the caster. I can say whatever I want. My word is law. So yeah, I picked Galzian, SickIGN, gonna grab Savon. Here, I'll show you the info to see. Let me grab the Boneyard, and then it's gonna be Savon Mirror on Canyon Outpost. And I got the good Spawn, so I think you know what I'm gonna do. Bit of a funny build here though, because I started like 4 on skews, and then I flipped them over to RUs, but I decided, you know, what I really need here is railguns first, because it is against Coalition Savon, so he's probably not going to meet me out in the field with LAVs. And that is indeed a sport cruiser that he's building, so it's going to be a rush versus eco kind of scenario. And I'm going to build 2 salvagers for long distance mining. Again, really low priority on sand skimmers. I just don't really feel like I need it. But this is a pretty fast timing for railguns. With a bit of quick drop there, I can get started at the 1.5 minute mark. And we'll head back over. SickIGN retired the base runner, by the way. No probe, so he's not going to be able to know what's coming. And actually, if I had realized that the probe is missing, I might have been a little bit more worried about LAVs or something, but no, it's not going to be the case this game. Railgun fab done. And I guess the question is, what kind of railgun do I want here? But I decided probably Assaults is more versatile. I think for a moment I queue a heavy here, though, if I remember. Yeah. My memory is infallible, look at this. Well, these were played earlier today, so it's no surprise. Here's the first contact. I'm checking for tech. He doesn't have any. But he doesn't have any LAVs either. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about assault railguns. If he builds LAVs, that'll be the answer to it. And if he gets tech, it's not like they won't be very useful anyway, so I really, you know, I don't need to build heavy railguns until he has railguns of his own. Scanner gets deployed here, and immediately I'm going to make that my target because, you know, that looks pretty juicy. And anytime you can kill these ALMs, it does really start to get pretty annoying for the defending player. AV tech just finished, and now the carrier's gonna have to move out to try and defend this, so I'm gonna deny a bit of mining time there. But this assault railgun actually is gonna die to the splash damage, which makes me a bit unhappy. I just get shot by that railgun there. Heavy vehicles armor comes out already, so he's really concerned about this. And he has power 1 also. Means he can get the ALMs powered up and still have the missiles out. It's pretty good power distribution. And now he techs into railgun fab immediately. So this is a pretty good defense so far for SickIGN. I prefer using LAVs, but you can play it this way too. But yeah, this ALM will be the target now. Again, these things are expensive. They cost 270 Cs. So if I can just keep killing these, that's fine, you know? I'm happy with that. This is 4 assault railguns also, so we can do some real damage to this carrier. It's a Savon carrier, doesn't have that much armor. Yeah, you can see each volley is taking out almost 1,000 damage here, so it really will not take too long to kill this thing. Railgun tech done for him though, so now he's going to start building rails. And that's probably when I'm going to have to begin building some heavy rails of my own. Smoke being used just to buy for some time. Should be noted, he's got more money than me this whole time, but it doesn't really feel like it, and part of it is the ALMs that he's dropping. If I just keep killing those, you know, that's actually a pretty serious loss. Carrier's kind of badly rotated here as well, so the railgun's going to pop out in danger. So I can just kill that immediately if I want, but no smoke available. and that brings his carrier to half. Going pretty well so far, I'd say. I guess it's a little bit above half. Well, no, it's not. I'm still building assaults though. Like at some point, I need heavy railguns because he is gonna be pretty annoying with these railguns here. So maybe dart maneuver might have been nice. Well, heavy railgun on the queue for me. I've actually filled out the RU miners over here as well. And I can build some sand skimmers for spotting too. You're always going to have a lot of CUs when you do this kind of build, so it's nice to have something to spend them on. No, I don't think I do. Dart maneuver's fun, but, well, in Joke Patch it's really just useless. That's the problem there. Well, I mean, assault railguns are just like on the edge of the map permanently. It's like they should never be in danger. You know, dart maneuver doesn't feel useful on them at all. It's a bit awkward. We're gonna find each other here. I might be able to take this fight actually. Looks like I'm playing a little too chicken. Nah, I just don't buy it. Besides, ALMs can't even target ground. Not in Joke Patch. What are you talking about? Now you're just listing off units. This is a 3v1 so far on the railgun count, so it's actually going to be a little tough. Oh, I lost it too. Yeah, I remember this, so I want range calibration to fight this, but I'm going to have to cancel it here because it's, well, not a very good upgrade if I don't have... Not a very good upgrade if I don't have railguns, you know, so... I'm gonna jump in with the skims here, like there's not that much defense. This is a little bit risky though. ALM's gonna get powered up and you know, with the crowd control that they provide, this can be a little bit dangerous. We really want to hit this railgun because this has got to be the target for the skims. But I think at this point they've already traded cost efficiently, so now everything else they get is just extra on the cake. Wait, what? Icing on the cake. You know, I speak English, I swear. Hair's taking a lot of damage here, by the way. It's down to 2.5k. He does have some healing though? Or wait, what? Yeah, from the support cruiser. So. Oh gosh. Oh, that was close. I think that would have killed him right there in that hit. Yeah, range calibration's an option now. Doesn't get hit by the LAVs. It does actually. It's down to 81, but that's still just enough defense here. So yeah, range calibration gonna tech for me now. And that's when it starts getting brutal. I mean, especially just on Boneyard here, you get range calibration up on this hill. It's like you can reach the main base from here, and you have high ground. You know, it's just it feels really impossible to fight it. Some of the more memorable Rail Rush games, like we've seen AAV flanks come from like around the thing here, the dip. You know, it's like it's really hard to do. This is why you favor Rail Rush on this spawn on Boneyard so much. Bit of trading here, but nothing too notable gonna happen. Oh, if this thing gets hit one more time, it'll die. Yeah, Sawan rails really are scary. Like, they fire twice very quickly, you know, so when you pop over the dunes, it's very, very hard to have, like, a favorable trade against them. That's where range calibration helps, right? I mean, you just outrange them, it's not going to be a problem. SickIGN's carrier healing back up to about 4,000, by the way. He's taking artillery. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Yeah, in fact, I think we're casting a game of yours next. Yeah, he's taking artillery. That's insane. Railgun's gonna pick off one of the assaults here. I can't get line of sight on them. It's kind of a funny angle they're firing at. There it is. This is high ground too, you know, you can't fight this. Oh, and now I've got 4 of them, so you really can't fight this. And like once the railguns are dead, this is just pretty easy. You versus Kharak. He's referring to gunships. Now this carrier's starting to take a lot of damage. EMP. I mean, as if I needed it there. You might as well, though. You might as well. And SickIGN, never one to be killed. He's just gonna surrender there before the killing blow can land. Gotta love heavy rail EMP. I mean, it is a good ability. It's just it looks a little funny there because the game's just already so much over. Look, I even tech rail armor 1. And we'll jump into game 2. We do have a bit of a faction switch. Remember, you can do this in the group stage, not in the brackets. It's going to be on Canyon Outpost, and it's going to be an SVS. I mean, you know me. I really enjoy playing Galzium, but I don't want to blind pick it because Kalash Teeth is coming. Bad times. So... Well, I think we've talked about this before. That's not something I can do on my end. Besides, these go up to YouTube anyway later.
Wait on lines. Move. Salvage online. Roger, awaiting orders. Arming logistics modules. Copy. Go ahead. Standing by. Salvager construction complete.
So if I recall here, the idea was to go for a 8-up build. SickIGN really rarely scouts in the early game. You can see him already retiring that base runner. He's just gonna go 6-up here. No probe, right? So I feel like he's not gonna see me. I can get away with the most greedy build that I like. So there's the SC. And we'll open the wreck here. And I'm pretty sure this gives you an eco edge over going 6-up like this, but... LAV Fab gonna start for him as well.
Order received. Underway. Hold fast and maintain. Roger, awaiting orders. Construction units identified.
And there's the LAV Fab for me, and then I'll fire the probe out.
Awaiting orders.
I'm at 145 out of 150. Anyway, there we go. 1080p is just better, man. Frankly. Tell your internet to just get good.
Hostile contact marked. Enemy unit detected.
We're gonna fly out here and see what's going on. Yeah, it's just SC first. Nothing special. No tech. So. And we'll check back later. So then I thought to myself, I'd like to fill out this base, but what if I just go over here instead? So yeah, I'm just going to try to jump up onto 3 base. And if my opponent really doesn't build anything, I feel like I don't need to build anything either. This is the case where there's a disadvantage for not having the probe, right? We saw in the games with Just Carrier, like, you could maybe argue that it was better to not fire the probe out, because when you see the probe from your opponent, it tells you the information anyway. But in this case, I can know how many units are on the field and he can't, so this is always going to help my 3-base timing. I don't want to just hit this SC, so I'm going to drive over here to where the carrier is instead.
Enemy signature identified. Tracking enemy target.
And I think I see AAV tech here.
Unit marked.
He's actually rushing assault cruisers as it turns out, but
Enemy on sensors.
yeah, I'm not too worried about this. I don't see any units and the lights aren't blinking, so he's not building it yet. Now we see the like the maybe we call this like an infrastructure unit light perhaps, but yeah, he's gonna, you know, he's gonna build some kind of infrastructure unit, some kind of support unit, so I'm not really worried about like dying to AVs just yet. However, a little bit of lapse of micro here that is gonna cost the probe its life. So down it goes. Phoenix 2 is just complaining about the resolution without even being able to hear me like rebut it. Get out of here, man. Go play Fortnite or something. And a second probe gonna be deployed just to make sure that there's nothing chasing my base runner out here. AV tech finishes for me. And I'm kind of expecting some to come out at the bridge after me, so... But yeah, Assault Cruiser tech gonna start, and I'll just build a couple AVs. I should just be fine. But it turns out there's actually not even any military at all here. So it's just gonna be like the AC rush, I guess. The problem is that you really are putting the burden on yourself to get some value here, because I'm on 3 base already. This is really fast. So...
Enemy signature identified.
Yeah, telling SickIGN not to float is like, that's kicking against the pricks, alright, you know? You ain't never gonna get anything out of him that way. But when Houston was playing against A-Game, I was on stream like, stop queuing, you've gotta like, you know, you've gotta tech. He's like, what do you mean? If I don't queue, I can't build any units. I was like, what? Yes you can! That was a very sad moment. I don't think he got what I meant. Anyway, AC tech gonna finish for me just about now. His first AC is pretty much already out, so he'll have defense against these AVs. Yeah, I just don't really care, so... Ah, nice. Excellent, TJ. Very good shot. Plus, again, I don't think I even can, so... I could reduce the quality of the video to 720, and then the YouTube videos would be worked as well. It's just not worth it. Unless Twitch gives me the option to stream at 2 resolutions, which they haven't, you know. I'm not gonna switch to 720. It just would be a downgrade. Well, I don't like 720 either. Ah, you were being purposefully bad. I believe that. AC anti-air being considered, by the way, but it looks like I changed my mind. I want to build a second one. They cost a lot as RUs, so, you know. But AC anti-air is nice to have. Yeah, you can see, by the time this AC reaches my side, I've got one too, so... And again, he's kind of trading his 3 base timing for this, so unless he can get something done here, it feels pretty sad. Oh man, look, yeah, I remember this. Look how sick I felt. I saved the AV and then I just let it go everywhere, apparently. Very, very sad. No, I mean, honestly, I think the games with SickIGN were pretty glorious from you. I wouldn't say you did badly at all. AC anti, you're gonna get tech now, and this is just, you know, helps me kill off probes. It's nice. But honestly, I might have been able to just skip this. Like, if I come out with the probe and check out the carrier and see that there's like no air, I might just want to cancel it, but I don't think I do. I mean, it's gonna be the same as Jaraci, right? 3 armor, 200 hull, 10% damage, reload time. That's actually pretty good. I mean, it's very minimal, mind you. Like, 200 hull is not much, but it's something. Yeah, AC anti-air gonna finish here. I'll just use that to kill this probe off. I think the reason Phoenixio thinks that upper bracket isn't fun is because he keeps getting paired with A-Game. But it's not really surprising because, you know, if you get out of your group first, in the bottom, you'll end up against, like, #1 from the top group in the semifinals, I think. And if you get out of a group second place, you might just run into him in the quarters, which is even worse. Bit of arm stacking on the bridge here, which is always nice. Note I'm still extracting, though. This is kind of problems for SickIGN. A couple railguns here, too. This means I should be able to win this fight if I want it. And the double tech missile barrage is going to feel pretty nice. He's got another AC building, though. What is that, an A8 post? What the heck? Well, I don't know why he built that. Here's the attack missile barrage. I think I dodge it with the railguns. No, one of them's gonna die to that anyway. Yeah, if I recall, this is actually a pretty darn good trade for SickIGN. He's gonna get the one. I think that this assault cruiser will escape. Oh gosh. Oh, just barely I killed it with the last shot. I was playing it pretty close there though. Gonna use the heal here, actually, that's a big mistake. If I use overcharge, I can probably just get away. But I'll get this third extract out, so that's nice. Honestly, A-game looks pretty bad this tournament. I don't know why. Maybe he's just out of practice. I guess all of us are, but... I'm not like me. I think that's subjectively false, right? SickIGN, by the way, tech did artillery, so that's going to be his game of choice here.
Proceeding to mark. Assault cruiser in service. Go ahead. New coordinates verified. New threat identified.
But yeah, I'm still just kind of stacking up on this bridge. Honestly, probably the better way to play this is to leave some guys here to... Leave some guys here to defend, like maybe another AC, which I built, you know, and then I can just kind of make the main front over on this side. But... Power 3. So, he's actually getting a pretty powered carrier here. And the arty will be good, like, I mean, it's hard to push through this tiny little choke point when the opponent has got artillery, like, it'll just blow everything up, so... There's some value there. There's some value there. But these are the game-winning artifacts here, so SickIGN has got to do something about this. You see the assault cruiser just coming out to try and deal with it. Guess who doesn't have ACA? I see him coming from a mile away. Now we're gonna push up the bridge and die, I guess. But, I mean, it honestly is worth it. If I can just distract him here and make something happen on the other side, like, that's good enough. I never got carrier mobility, which is kind of sad. Here's the barrages, and they're pretty good. Well, they actually haven't hit the railguns much at all. The second artillery cruise is gonna go down. I think I missed it, but I dropped a TJ on these guys to just try and delay them. This carrier actually is just gonna die. There you go. It's a bit of an anticlimactic finish, but there it is. Okay, I'm almost stack barraging myself here. Almost got the 5th artifact out too, and then it would have been a double win. Do you get 2 points for that? Maybe that should be a way to like cheese the group stage. Like if you can beat your opponent so soundly that you can win by 2 win conditions at the same time. Anyway, thanks for watching and we'll move on to the next one.